This is Devon Anello, and I'm drinking at Moe's.
This is Drinkin at Mo's, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre, it's all so mean. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with Drinkin at Mo's, where we don't quit. Drinkin at Mo's, that's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, always a scream.
You know, I've always said here at Drinkinatmos, just because it says drinking at Moe's does not mean it has to be alcoholic. So I'm happy to say Drinking at Moe's is sponsored by Prince Nana Coffee. The exact same guy you see every week on Dynamite, on Collision. Yes, he has his own coffee, and it's freaking delicious. They don't even roast those beans until you've placed your order. And you might be telling me, hey, Big Mo, I'm more of a tea guy. They got you covered there too. Use the referral link in the description of this video. And let's get you dancing like Prince Nana with Prince Nana Coffee. All right, everybody, welcome Drinking at Moe's. Big Mo here. You know the drill. YouTube, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Because YouTube's algorithm continues to be a pain in my ass. Where most places you can find the audio podcast too, so rate, review, and all that good stuff there. Today, I'm excited to have with me Devon Anello. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh, like I said before we started, I can't complain too much. The stuff for the podcast is going well.
Yeah.
I've got some stuff, some wrestling shows that I've been looking forward to actually attending coming up, so excited about that, and taking my almost 15-month-old because my parents are taking some of my nieces and nephews and stuff to Disney on Ice, so we're joining them for that this weekend. So,
Oh yeah,
lots of good stuff coming up. So, the Disney on Ice more for the little guy, unless Stitch is there.
yeah.
Stitch, if that Stitch, oh man, I'm a fanatic for Stitch. I'll just go ahead and admit it. I know a lot of people, adult liking Disney stuff. I'm like, how I can't help it like
Man.
it.
Nah, dude, I still watch Fox and the Hound.
Oh yeah, that's a classic right there.
Yeah, man. I
Hell,
love these movies.
oh man, I've even ran into a WWE wrestler at Disney World once.
Really? That's pretty cool, actually.
Kevin Owens.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I legit almost bumped into him because bending down to like put on or like tie my shoe or something.
Yeah.
I get up and all of a sudden I see that T-Rex skull tattoo on his shoulder. And I look up a little further. I'm like, holy shit. Little funny thing, but yeah, he was with his family. That's a whole nother thing. But first thing I'd like to start off with everybody with is what got you started as a fan, and then what got you deciding to make the leap into the business?
So, I've been a fan since I was a little kid. Yeah, my brother was watching it, and like my earliest memory is like watching The Rock and Stone Cold fight, like, and like my earliest memory was like I think it was a Raw segment. Whenever I don't know if you remember this, when Stone Cold got kidnapped by Kurt Angle because he took his gold medals and he held him over a bridge, like he was gonna toss him over a bridge, and then he tossed him into a swimming pool.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah, so way back, like when I was like young, like 6.
Oh man, Stone Cold's had a few of those segments involving bridges.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I remember that, and I just remember seeing The Rock. Like The Rock was my favorite wrestler. So, I've been hooked since I was a little kid.
Hey,
yeah.
No, can't argue that. I know. Hell, The Rock. I actually my first ever Raw taping, and this was like hell before any of that, was when Owen Hart beat then Rocky Maivia for the Intercontinental title.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was like a while ago now. I'm making myself feel old. But as far as when you got, you made the leap into actually getting into the business, how did that come about for you?
It's actually kind of a funny story. So, because most people don't know this about me, because I'm from New York originally, but I joined the Air Force in 2013, and I got stationed in Abilene, Texas, for a little over 10 years. And when I finally got out, um, I had a lot of different options because I opened a vending machine business that I run and invested in like a jujitsu gym that I co-own with a good friend of mine in Abilene. And I was like, I think I was 28 when I got out. I was about to turn 29, and I always thought about wrestling, and I'd seen like the indie shows, and it's for me. It was like I was like, all right, it's now or never. But I was still pretty young, and I was a very active guy. I don't smoke, drink, or anything like that, so I was still in pretty good shape. And I was like, all right, let me give it a shot. So I didn't know where to start. So my business partner actually grew up with Kiefer, who runs New Texas Pro out of Houston. And actually, I was just over at his show last week, but he's like, my friend, I know my friend started this independent promotion. You can reach out to him. And so we started talking, and he was like, yeah, man. He was like, I know Houston's kind of a hike for you. It was like 8 hours from Abilene. He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, man. I don't know if I can do that. And he was like, well, I don't know if you know who Athena is. And I was like, are you kidding me, dude? Like I was a fan of her like back when she was in WWE. So I was like, of course I know who she is. And he was like, yeah, man. He was like, she runs a school out of the Metroplex in Bedford. And I was like, that's only 2 hours away from me. So for my first 8 months of training, I was driving Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day back and forth from Abilene to Fort Worth to train.
Hey,
I don't look back.
2 hours ain't terrible.
Nah, it was fun. It was fun. I had a truck because I had a pickup truck because of my vending business, so it was fun, man. Sometimes I just wouldn't even I wouldn't even go back and forth. I bought one of those little inflatable air mattresses that you can put in the back of your truck, and then I would just go to like commercial gyms, go work out, sleep in the parking lot, get up, shower there, go eat somewhere in the Metroplex, and then just go train.
Hey, no, and I'm very familiar with the MPX. I've done a lot of different episodes with various talent from the roster, and even Matthew Palmer himself.
Yeah,
ran into him a bunch out at Sammy Callahan's promotion, Revolver.
Yeah, I think he co-promotes that. I think he's one of the co-bookers.
It wouldn't surprise me because I know they've been doing a bunch of stuff periodically down in Texas, so it wouldn't really surprise me. But before they started that, they had been kind of flip-flopping for the most part between Dayton, Ohio, and Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah.
And Des Moines, Iowa, you mentioned the 2 hours for you for training with them. Des Moines, Iowa is like maybe 2.5 hours from me. So whenever they'd come through, and I'd try to go as much as possible, that's where I met him. And I've actually had excuse me. I love my Dr. Pepper, but it gives me the burps like crazy. But
you eat Texan your Dr. Peppers. It's great. No, I didn't know that was a thing until I got here.
I can't help it. I've been from my deployment. I'm Navy guy here, so when you mention Air Force, I'm like, oh, I love it when I get to have fellow veterans on. It's always a little extra added.
Most people don't know it. I don't really promote it. I kind of keep it in the chest.
I don't really throw it out there in an introduction unless like for adding, for getting people for guests for the show. So I have a standard thing that I put out, and
Yeah.
I do mention it in there, but
Yeah.
for most people, I don't just throw it out there.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, actually was getting to talking about Athena. I
Mhm.
met her once for my friends at Warrior Wrestling, mostly out of Chicago, but a few years ago they did a St. Louis stop,
Mhm.
and she would. Uh, trying to remember if she was their women's champ at the time. I having a hard time remembering that far back anymore, but I remember she was in a little bit of a back and forth with this character, Frank the Clown. And I even got to play a little rib on Frank the Clown, the guy that I don't know if he's still dating Mick Foley's daughter, but that was the whole. But they were trying to figure out where to put his nameplate for the different tables for the fan fest.
Mhm.
And my table happened to be right by where they were walking, and there was a little cutout where they had the trash can. So I said, "Oh, I got you." I just placed it right in front of the trash can.
Yeah.
He walked by and was like, "Who the heck did this?" Just like, little funny story about the time I got to meet Athena. But so MPX, the
Mhm.
promotion and school that they uh help with there,
Mhm.
they 2025 ended on a pretty good note. I know, especially for you,
Oh yeah.
with becoming tag champs there.
Yep.
That's something pretty awesome. With former guest of mine,
Yep.
I've had a I keep on mispronouncing his name. I feel
Hey, Deville.
awkward. Yeah, okay, I had it right, but
Yeah.
I had him on a while back. He was I think one of my first MPX talents I had on. But when I saw that, you and him became tag champs, I'm like, hey, that's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. It was crazy.
So, I know regardless of the title, that's always a cool thing when a promotion is wanting to put that belt on you. A
Mhm.
little nod of approval. Like, so far, how's it been going for you being a part of the tag champs there?
It was great, man. It was a really good time. It went well. It actually, a lot of people don't know this. It's it was a great thing to happen that had an immediate, like, we hit a brick wall almost immediately. So Day thought he tore his tricep on our finish.
You know what? I did hear about that.
Yeah. So we did that. We did our finish, the World's End, where I springboard, and when we took Levi down, he just his arm got caught or something. And if you watch the match back, you see him grab his arm immediately.
I do remember I've seen clips of that. Yeah.
And when he tells me literally when we're celebrating, like in the ring, and if you like, you see, as soon as he tells me, I'm like, all right, let's go. And I was like, oh Jesus! I was like, we just won him. I was like, this is it. But he was all right. It was like a small micro tear, so he took
Okay.
a little short break, and we just got back cooking, got rolling, and then we got that really awesome match with Billy Starks and Athena.
That was the next thing I was going to bring up, because I saw that, and I know it was initially, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was initially billed as Billy Starks, Athena, and Matthew Palmer.
Palmer.
But then I saw there's a little bit of a swerve there, and they had I mean, I got to admit, I'm a fan of the guy, so like I got to say, if they were going to find a replacement, they sure as hell found one hell of a one.
Dude, you're telling me. You're telling me. Yeah, it was wild.
Shane Taylor, that like to kind of go off of, you know, when you talk about running into a brick wall, I mean, running up against
another match. Watch that open.
Yeah. Oh man. But you know, that was a great way, you know, I know well, not really a great way, but you know, you guys are getting, you know, words are hard, and I haven't even drank much today. But you guys getting that experience, getting to be in there with people that have literally been on those huge stages.
Yeah.
And people that, you know, hell, how the hell long has Athena been holding on to that Ring of Honor women's title? Like, forever. I can't even remember when she won it anymore.
Yeah.
And Billy Starks, like, good Lord, the talent she has at such the young age that she is, just thinking where she could be when she starts thinking about retirement. Nuts. And, you know, I know the last group of people I had for MPX to come on, it was for leading up to the Texas Rumble.
Yep.
And, you know, the Rumble type events are always some of my favorite events of any promotion's calendar, is that you always have that feel of, I mean, WWE's kind of gone away from it a little bit, but those surprises, that feeling of not really knowing who could show up.
Yep.
And, you know, I know MPX having the working relationships that they do, like the amount of people that could possibly show up,
yep,
is even bigger.
Yeah.
Now, I know Texas Rumble might not have ended the way you would have hoped.
Nope.
But what was it? What's it like actually being in there in a Rumble type of match? You know, for people like me that we're not going to be in the ring with that many people at one time, or besides maybe a photo op.
Yeah.
We aren't going to be in there. So what was it like for you being in a match like, you know, the Texas Rumble?
It was awesome, man. It was my first Rumble. I had a lot of firsts this last year. But I was actually, so I came in pretty early. I came in at like 7 or 8. And so there wasn't too many guys left. And the man about 2 people before I entered was just cleaning house. So yeah. So that was another gift and a curse in a week, because the week before I'd spent half the match getting chopped by Shane Taylor, then come in, take out Exodus Prime, and then boom, I run into another brick wall. There's this giant archer just standing behind me.
Oh man. Yeah. No, Lance Archer, yeah, he's you definitely don't want to get on his bad side. No.
Oh man. I'm taking chops from him.
No.
I'm telling you, man, it was a rough week for my chest. I don't know what it was, because Shane Taylor was laying into me, and then the next week it was Archer. I was like, everybody just likes chopping my chest and chopping me, dude. Like, I've been rewatching a few of my matches, and I was like, I just keep getting lit up with chops. Everybody likes to chop me.
I can understand. I've been lucky enough that I haven't taken too many.
Yeah.
I've had a wrestler maybe drunkenly want me to give them one.
Yeah.
And he wasn't too happy with me, because I didn't think he thought that I would lay it in as much as I did.
Yeah.
And that he started trying to run after me.
Yeah, dude. They can get people hot, but I'm so used to it now. I'm just like, all right, here we go.
I was gonna say, you know, that there's certain things in wrestling, I know with some of the damage you guys take, I hate using the term fake because, I mean, hell, you see, people like yourself taking some of those chops. Like, good Lord, some people leaving handprints in there and stuff.
Oh yeah, man.
Now, with the rest of 2026, because MPX, the wonderful thing I know they got going there is weekly programming, which, like a lot of independents out there, I mean, it's like words are hard again. Once a month is kind of standard, but to go weekly, I mean, that's just even better for getting in the reps, as they say.
Yeah, man. It's the only one. We're the only weekly promotion in Texas.
That's awesome, and like I said, it gives everybody that much more opportunities.
Yeah,
I know
it's great, man. It's great for reps.
I know. Oh God, there was a match that I know is coming up. I believe one of the bigger shows, and it's
runs the world.
Well, I mean, we can talk about that if you want to, because I mean that's a wonderful thing they got going there. Athena running. What is this? The fourth one?
3. This one's number 3.
This one's number 3. Okay, I was trying to remember, but man, just going to show you, because I know a while back there were some people talking about it being feasible to run all women shows, but I mean, it, especially on the independents, there is so much great female talent out there that I mean, I know there's some places that'll run them periodically, but I mean, there's so much out there that you could theoretically, if you have one a month for everybody, you can theoretically add a second once a month show just female talent. So it's pretty great there. And I know the one that I was thinking about initially when I was bringing up this conversation was I want to say the match that I was thinking about was the prison break match.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, that's interesting, because I don't know if I've really heard about that concept.
So it was kind of a chamber rules kind of concept, but with
that makes sense.
Yeah, it was chamber rules with handcuffs.
Okay. I've seen similar matches where I likened it to what was it, damn war games without the cage.
Yeah,
like people locked up to different parts of the. Yeah. Okay, hell, that's right up my damn alley.
Yeah, man, it was cool. It was a good match.
Awesome. Now, with the show here, I got 2 categories.
Sure.
One's a bit of a name game where I try to name off some people, and you give me your quick thoughts on them, and I try to theme it towards the guests as much as possible. Sure. And Metroplex, Texas, each of these people, big names down in Texas, and I looking at my list here, I know we've talked about a couple of them already, but like I said, I give you the name. First thoughts that pop in your head about them.
Sure.
First one, I mean, you mentioned your favorites being The Rock. Can't fault you there.
Sure.
One of probably my personal favorite all time, chief rival of his, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
So first thoughts when you think of the Rattlesnake?
Probably Mount Rushmore. I mean, man, or honestly, draw. Probably the greatest draw in the entire history of the business. I mean, they still his t-shirts still sell out WWE superstores.
Yeah,
everywhere you go, man. Like I went to the Royal Rumble back in, I forgot what year it was. It was when Cody Rhodes won the first Rumble. I was actually there, and it was in San Antonio, Texas, man. And there were San Antonio 316 shirts just I bought some. They were flying off the shelf, man. I mean, so draw. I mean, the epitome of what the business is all about at the end of the day. That's drawing it.
Like I've said it before, I say it all over again. I don't have too many people that would get me like starstruck to where like I probably wouldn't be able to get a word out.
Yeah.
Stone Cold's one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
The way I've had him built up in my head being like my all-time favorite since I can remember.
Yeah.
If like I walked into a room and there he was, I'd be like, oh God, I was just watching this show. But remember the Big Bang Theory, how like Raj could for a while couldn't talk to women.
Yeah.
Like that would literally be me walking into a room and there's Stone Cold. I'd be like, I could be talking and all of a sudden, not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Now, next up, I got it. I'll admit myself, I think he's a better wrestler than a commentator, but I mean, he gets excited. He tries to build up the excitement. The five-time WCW champion, Booker T.
Intense. So I actually met Booker T because I've done a few shows for Reality of Wrestling, and man, dude, that guy. I mean, very 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 nice guy and super super helpful as far as just like advice and just kind of giving guidance on just going forward and what to do, doing wrong. But I mean, just an intense guy. I mean, that man he embodies what his character was. Because I mean, he's just an intense guy. He takes the business very very seriously.
That he does.
No, he's the real deal. I mean, he's no fucking joke.
Oh yeah, I like I say, me personally, my taste think better wrestler than commentator because I don't know. There's just those times where I don't know, but when your job on commentary part of helping build the excitement for the people, for the listening audience, he definitely knows how to build that excitement in himself, and
yeah, dude,
it radiates for sure.
I mean, he was a rarity. He was one of the only guy. He was one of the rare guys to make the leap from WCW and still become a top guy.
That is very true. There weren't very many to, especially after the whole buyout and everything. Not too many of them. Like, yes, some had some moderate success, but he was like one of the few that like was on that main event level like consistently. Now, next up, I've had the pleasure of getting to meet this guy once. Very intense individual, Lance Archer.
Shockingly, a very, very, very nice guy. That was that because when I met him, and very giving. So I've done. He actually did a seminar at MPX as well, and I mean that man he's just a bucket of knowledge. He's very honest. He doesn't sugarcoat anything, which someone like me I appreciate. I like
the way I want it myself.
Yeah, but insane for his size and what he is. Very 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 giving.
Oh yeah,
very very like he was. He's very much about helping people and elevating people.
That's awesome because I know for a long time some of the veteran guys had at least it was the rumored mentality out there of holding on to their spot and not wanting to help out the people coming in. Lance Archer, like I said, when I got to meet him, he radiated that intense energy, but when you were talking to him, very nice individual.
Nicest guy you'd ever meet, which is like just hilarious.
Yeah, kind of. Oh god, it's kind of funny those complete opposites you can see from like out in front of the camera and just absolute intensity to behind the camera and just complete opposite.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, I am trying to remember. Oh, that's what I was thinking of. He, back when he was in New Japan, some of his, from like the entrances on, reminded me very much of a guy that when I was growing up scared the absolute crap out of me, but watching back his stuff, I absolutely love it. But Bruiser Brody.
Okay. Okay.
Very much the more so the New Japan entrances where he'd be like shaking a water bottle and just throwing it and the people running away from him.
Yeah.
I watching back Bruiser Brody entrances that like I see that, you know, him swinging around a chain and people running away from him. I gravitate towards those intense personas. So when I see something like that, I'm like, oh man, I love it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, last but not least here, somebody that I believe she's out for hopefully not too long. Roxanne Perez.
Inspiration. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
That's for sure. I mean, if you know her story and like just like just seeing like literally like she's wanted to do this when she was a little kid, and like I think there was footage of her at like one of the Total Divas recordings, and she was like telling them that she wanted to be a wrestler. And I mean, and she did it, dude. She's been grinding since she was like 13 years old, I think. I think she like did her first indie show when she was 13 and just kept grinding.
Oh yeah, no, and much along the lines of we brought up Billy Starks earlier. Been wanting to do it for so long and got into it at a young age, and Lord, just the hopefully a long career ahead of the both of them. Now, I got some random questions. Some wrestling related, some not. I give you the question first, answer that pops into your head. First question here. Craziest in-match moment for you?
Oh, that's an easy one. I was in a match. There's a triple threat match with myself, Big J, and Isaiah Legend, and it was right at the finish. And Big J, it was a hardcore match. I forgot which show it was, but it was one of our like our hardcore show matches. And he had glued thumbtacks to the gloves.
Oh.
And I was about to take the pin. Isaiah kicked out, and Big J came up and
oh man,
right in the back. And I mean, Isaiah got it worse because he ended up he caught Jay with the other hand right into his chest and choke slammed him.
Oh,
but physically, I'll say this: physically intense that match, 100%, because that meant like thumbtacks are no joke.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like if your adrenaline's really going, it's not too horrible, but
you get caught off guard and then
yeah, you're gonna feel it. I'd say for that physically intense that, but kind of mentally and just like presence intense was my match with Athena, Shane Taylor, and Billy Starks when Athena made her entrance. So they all did separate entrances.
Yeah,
and I mean I've done a lot of indie shows, but that was the first time that was my first time working TV wrestlers, and I was scared out of my mind to work with Athena because I've been watching Athena since I was a kid. So seeing her entrance, I was like, holy shit, like this is crazy. That was the first time I was in the ring, and I was like, damn, this is a moment.
She's got a pretty great entrance, that's for sure. And before I go into the next question, I was just reminded of something that I saw that I knew this guy that local to me had been down to, I believe it was MPX, but I knew he'd been down to Texas. But then I guess I until putting my notes together, I didn't realize that you were actually his opponent,
Who's that?
Jay Fowler.
Oh yeah, I was. That was one of my first like matches, man. I was right when I broke out.
Nice. Like when I saw that, knowing I was going to be talking to you, I'm like, holy crap, I did not realize that.
Yeah, man.
And actually, here in a couple weeks, I'm going to be seeing him at a show that I'm going to be going to. First time seeing him in a little bit.
Yeah.
So that he definitely knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
He's a
Total pro.
yeah.
I have a playlist that I give to bookers when I'm of like my best matches, and his and our match is the first one.
Nice.
Because that was like, I think I want to say my third or fourth match.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, and I think that was like probably the first match that I had where there were like no stutter steps or mistakes or anything like that, and he was awesome.
Oh yeah. Total pro.
Total
Definitely a good guy to learn from,
Yeah.
especially when you're that early on.
Yeah, and I didn't realize how big he was until he got there.
He's hell. When I first met him, he wasn't as jacked as he is now, but
Yeah.
like, Lord, he beefed up.
Oh yeah, man. I don't know if you saw the finish of that match, but I caught him in midair.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I've actually seen. I need to go look that match up.
Yeah, look it up, man. It's a great match. It's very intense.
I'm definitely gonna need to. I'll even hopefully get to talk with him after that show that I'll be going to. So I'll have to.
Yeah, man. The beast of a crossboard or a springboard crossbody that I caught him out of.
Oh, I love it when I see people in a match, just like in midair, you think, oh, they're gonna knock them over, and then they just catch them. I love it.
Yeah.
Now, I've kind of switched this. I haven't asked this question in a little bit,
Sure.
But I figure, it's something that I've thought of myself. Who would play you in a movie?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I'm not really sure. I mean, a lot of people. I'm trying to think of which actor. So the most common character or person that I get from like the majority of the fans and the crowd and people is Superman.
Okay, I can see it. I can see it.
Everybody, like it's like a running joke, and I've had people in the gym be like, hey, man, you look like Superman, just that curl, like everywhere. So probably one of the actors of Superman, but either that or because I'm from New York and all the boys love to milk that whole persona. Probably like Robert De Niro or something.
Okay.
Yeah. When he was young.
Yeah. I mean, still, even in his older age, still pretty badass individual.
Yeah.
God, hell, now I started trying to think of who I would want. I can't even fucking remember. I'd be like, you know what? Thinking of me being more of a goofball sort of guy that I am, somebody like, oh God, dude, he'd have to probably shave his head because I mean, I'm kind of, but Jack Black, like,
I could see that. That'd be, yeah, actually, I could definitely see that.
That's just me. I'm just the goofball. Like whether I'm in the crowd at a wrestling show or I'm on commentary, which I've thankfully been able to do, but I'm I liken myself to like Pat McAfee on commentary. Like I'm just, it's my goal to make somebody to crack.
Yeah.
Like I whether wrestler, referee, ring announcer, whoever, I'm gonna get somebody to crack. And
watch some of my heel matches. That's all I try to do. All I try to do, especially when somebody's hurt. It's pretty funny.
like I've gotten some big people to crack before. I know I got a Mike Bennett once.
Okay.
I got him in a match. You know what? Now that I think about it, it was in a match against Jay Fowler.
Yeah.
That they were in each in their separate corners, and I just yelled out, "Adam!" And he just he looked like he in the match he was trying to hide it.
Yeah.
But I swear it looked like he was mouthing, "You son of a bitch." But I talked with him after the show, and he said, "Dude, you popped the hell out of me."
That's awesome.
And okay, going along with the thinking about the Jack Black playing me in a movie, oh god, it reminded me of when Pat McAfee said Dominic Mysterio was like a dude wipe after you wipe. The time I was on commentary, I slipped a poop joke in on commentary.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to talk about, oh, sounds like a solid second show. And I just said,
Yeah.
without missing a beat, I couldn't help myself. I said, yeah, because nobody likes a runny number two.
That's pretty good, actually.
And my commentary partner had to stop talking for like a minute.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my sense of humor there. Hell, maybe it speaks to the military sense of humor where we're just saying off the wall shit, trying to rib each other.
Yeah. Trust me.
Oh, hell. Now, goddamn. Now, okay. That got me thinking. I didn't actually have this question in my notes here, but hell, let's go into it. Military humor. What is pranks and stuff? What would you say is a prank that you can remember from your time in the Air Force? Like if you played one on somebody or one that you observed going down.
I got a good one. So I was a parachute rigger, and so we had a big shop, a very big giant shop, and it was very it was the normal thing to haze the new guys and mess with them and do stupid shit. So what a lot of guys would do was take your ID if you left it somewhere, like you left it in a computer, and do just like hide it or like. And I remember they played one prank where they took I think it was my phone and put it in the ceiling. And I was looking for it, like, cause I could, but I was playing music on it. So they left the music playing and these pricks put it in the ceiling. And so I was like, all right, I'm getting all these pricks back. Cause I'm vindictive and bitter. So especially when I was young, when I was 19, I was a hothead. So we had a giant beam, like I'm talking like 15, 20 feet in the air that like went all the way up to the ceiling and the rafters. So one of them left their ID there, and we had bags, like clear plastic bags with magnets on it. And I, like if you see a lot of my matches, I'm very agile. So I put it in a bag while everybody was at the lunch, and I shimmied like 15 feet up to the air, and then slapped it with the ID face down on the air ducts. And this prick comes back. He's looking for it all day. And I was like, yeah, motherfuckers, don't try me.
Oh God. Yeah. You know what? I've done similar where
now, there's been way worse stuff done.
Oh no, I can imagine. Like I know I've hidden stuff. Like I was in the Combat Information Center on my ship, and unless we were cleaning up, the lights were off.
Yeah.
So like I would hide stuff above the air ducts.
Yeah.
And although my personal favorite one, and probably the only time afterwards that people realized it was me that did it, was after I started this podcast.
Yeah.
But we were in A school on a break and nobody paying attention.
Yeah.
I was like in a rolly chair and I just started going around to everybody's hat sizes and switching it to where it obviously wasn't theirs because it was one of those adjustable ball cap uniform days. So we go to end of the day, everybody's going to go put their caps back on, and everybody else is all like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And me, I'm just sitting there like, and literally that happened back in '09. And like up until I started this podcast and like goddamn like 2024, 23, 24.
Yeah.
Like up until then, nobody knew it was me that did it.
That's awesome. So there was another prank that was they literally made us stop doing it. But sometimes like the guys would change and go to the gym after we got off work, and they would leave their tops there. So if you did that, you were fucked. So they would take tops, fold them so the name tape was face up, and then put it in a bag and freeze it.
Oh God.
Put it in a bag, fill it up with water, and then freeze it. And someone would be looking for their like, and it just became routine, like a routine prank. Like if you showed up and were looking for your top and realized you couldn't find it, everybody went right to the freezer.
Oh man, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
great good times.
Oh man, great times. Now, I know you said you don't drink much or at all, but I feel like with the name of a show, like I asked this question regardless. Favorite drink, non-alcoholic.
I'm kind of a boring guy, man. I can give you an alcoholic one. You may have heard of it because all I drink is water. Honestly, like I'm a typical gym bro. Just water and BCAAs.
Nothing wrong.
I'll tell you a good beer that I used to actually love because my brother was in the Air Force too, and he was stationed in Shreveport for a while. So I used to drive there a lot. And there's this beer called Abita. Really, really good beer. It was exclusively made in Louisiana, and then it blew up. But Abita, real good drink.
Hey,
Purple Haze was like the one I liked.
I might have to look around for that. I know one of my personal favorites. I mean, being a Stone Cold guy, but a Broken Skull American.
Oh, that's
freaking delicious.
That's awesome.
I mean, you know, if Stone Cold is putting his name behind a beer, it's not going to be one of those shitty beers.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, he's with the reputation and name that he has. Yeah, it's going to be good if he's putting his name behind it.
Yeah.
Now, last but not least here, best advice you have for anybody wanting to get into wrestling?
Commit. You can't half-ass it.
Yeah.
Some guys, if you like, there's a lot of guys that I know are like, yeah, like I want to do like, and a lot of them are like, yeah, I want to do it. I want to get started. But like this is going on and this is going on and blah, 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 blah. And like, if you talk to any independent wrestler that like they've gone through some kind of shit, and there's always a million excuses not to do something.
Yeah.
And I try to tell people that because like, for me, like just to train, I was driving 3 hours every day, and that was just to become a green guy. You know what I mean? So if you're going to do it, you have to go all the way in and you have to commit.
Oh, for sure. As I like to,
and get in shape.
Oh, that is another good thing there. I always kind of like, I jokingly mention it this way, but I mean, it's true. Never half-ass anything. Always use your full ass.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
I mean, like, and the biggest thing with the get in shape thing, like, there's no way to physically prepare for a bump unless you have a ring available to you.
Yeah.
But, kind of a little fun fact. I was a power lifter and I had to transition from powerlifting because like I personal train and I had a trainer, and I had to transition to athletic training, which I hadn't done in a long time. So I trained for like 4 months before I even gave anyone from MPX a call because I didn't want to like show up and
Yeah, you don't want to be that
get your cardio.
one that goes in there looking all big and bad, and then just
because there are people like that.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine, and it's like I'm wanting to think. I forget which MMA fighter it was that I heard say this, but they've done some pro wrestling with the MMA, and they said something about the pro wrestling training being harder because MMA you're not training to you're training to try to stay upright or not be falling down on the mat. Pro wrestling, you're falling, you're taking bumps all the fucking time.
Yeah, man. People don't like a lot of people don't know this, but the like one back bump is the equivalent of a 30 mile an hour car crash.
You know what? I swear I've heard about that somewhere, and it makes sense because I mean I haven't taken many, but I've taken a few, and I was walking funny for about a week.
Yeah, and you build a callus to it eventually, but you just have to know how to take care of your body and recover correctly.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we go, where can people find you social media wise? So if they don't already have their eyes on you, they can go ahead and get them there.
Just Devon Anello.
All right.
Just look up Devon Anello on Instagram, Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I might have to get one. Athena encouraged it because it's the highest used platform for wrestlers.
Yeah, that does seem to be it. I will admit, as far as myself, probably one of my more neglected platforms.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like if you watch it, it's pretty messy. So that's kind of why I've stayed away from it because I'm very much not a drama person. I don't like to be involved in drama, and Twitter gets pretty damn messy
it can
from what I like because it all pops up on Facebook and stuff like that, man. And I'll see messy stuff between wrestlers, between people, celebrities. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are we doing?
Yeah, no, it's nuts. But we'll be sure to get all of that in the description. I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to me tonight. Been an absolute pleasure. And, you're welcome back anytime.
Awesome, man. I'll be glad to be back.
All right, now see if I have this issue with this fucking button. See, I hit the damn thing and then it